This is Kratos, a Spartan warrior who left his homeland to escape his past and start a new life in the Norse land of Scandinavia. He met a woman called Faye and started a family, living a solitary life in the woods of Midgard. They have a son called Atreus, and to protect his son, he doesn't tell him the truth about his past. And because of this, Atreus falls ill from an unknown sickness. But what could Kratos be hiding that is so important? By withholding the information, his son has an unknown and incurable illness. Kratos was a Spartan warrior, yes, but what he doesn't know is that he sold his soul to Ares, the god of war, in order to win a losing battle.
Ares! Destroy my enemies, and my life is yours.
He became Ares' champion and pillaged cities and villages in the name of the god of war. And one day, in a blood-fueled rage, Ares tricked him into killing his own wife and daughter. An old woman warned Kratos before his rampage and cursed him by binding the ashes of his dead daughter and wife to his skin permanently. From then on, Kratos was known as the Ghost of Sparta. He swore revenge against the gods who deceived him. He killed Ares and became the god of war himself. But this wasn't enough. He killed every single god in the Greek pantheon for what they took from him. When it was all done, Greece was left in ruins. And the rage for the gods was replaced by the guilt of what he did to his family. So he fled Scandinavia, and after 1,000 years, he now has a new family and a son. A demigod who does not know of his godhood. This is what's causing Atreus this illness. He is a god who believes himself to be mortal, which represses his true nature. Kratos is trying to protect his son from the cruelty that comes from being a god. We start the game, and Kratos' wife Faye has died. And she has tasked Kratos and Atreus to spread her ashes at the highest peak in all the realms. Once they reach their destination, they find out that the highest peak in all the realms is not here in Midgard, but in Jotunheim, land of the giants. So not only has Kratos been hiding his past from his son, but Faye has her own secret she's been hiding from both of them. And when Kratos finally tells Atreus he's a god, his ego skyrockets and sees all non-gods as lesser to him, and the gods can do whatever they want. Would this have happened if Kratos told him about his true nature from the start? No. This is a direct result of Kratos trying to censor information with good intentions and it backfiring. This theme of censoring information with good intentions and it backfiring can be seen in real-world examples as well. Alberto Manguel, a writer from Argentina, wrote, "The paradoxical ability of censorship that, in its efforts to suppress, it highlights that which it wishes to condemn. That is just human nature. You tell someone not to do something, and they're going to do it." An example of this would be the censorship of the book called The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, written by Mark Twain in 1884. The book is about a young boy called Huckleberry Finn who escapes his abusive and alcoholic father and travels with an African-American slave named Jim through the American South. The book was subject to ban and censorship by school boards due to its use of offensive racial language and references to slavery in America. What came from these bans was an increased community debate from parents and teachers for the book to be covered because they felt it was important for students to be exposed to these themes as it was a big part of their country's history. Here's another example of literary censorship that backfired. This time, conservative parents push for certain books in their library to be banned, one of these books being 33 Snowfish. 33 Snowfish is a book about child poverty with mature themes such as drug abuse and sexual exploitation. And because of this ban, it is now easier than ever to get a copy of 33 Snowfish, whereas before it could only be found as an ebook. There are many other examples of all forms of media being censored with good intentions and it backfiring, but I think you get the point. We can learn a lot from Kratos and Atreus, like don't sell your soul, don't gaslight your son, and don't kill your wife and daughter from a previous marriage because you'll be ghost pale for life. Thanks for watching.